So I had some time left and I thought, why not? And I'm recording the collector little video right now. So let's just start. I'm using myself as an example very much because I want to share my experience with you guys. If you have PDD-NOS, or if you have kids having PDD-NOS, or any other people around you have PDD-NOS and you want to know a little bit more about it, you can contact me. My mail is in the description, don't worry. If you have any questions, just ask me. If you want to know anything about it, and I think it will be good video material, then I will talk about that. Of course, I will send you an email back first with the information you need, and I'll record it later, because your question, so your answer goes first, then the video will be. But let's go back to the collectors thing here. So it's not that I am obsessed with collecting, because I really hate it when my room is a huge mess. Though when I kept collecting more and more, I got used to my room being a mess. So because I am so used to it, my mind is also used to it, and it's just a part of my lifestyle. It became a part of that. So as soon as I have cleaned it up, I don't feel comfortable in that room. I don't feel at home, so I need to make a huge mess of it once again. So now we have this therapy where I clean up small bits of my room bit by bit. So then it's my nightstand, then it's my desk, then it's my closet, then it's my cabinet, whatever. I just need to clean it up slowly, bit by bit. That's the problem with this, because if I get one change right away, and that is one of the symptoms I have, it is too big of a change, and I can't feel comfortable in that room. I won't. For example, if we were to move out within a week right now, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would go sleepwalking, because I do that. If I don't feel in place and I fall asleep anyways, I will go sleepwalking, and in my sleep I will probably go to a place where I feel more comfortable. For example, we got a new house, we got all new kinds of furniture, and there was only one thing that we kept from the old house, and that was the chair and my old baby crib. And when I went to bed and I fell asleep, the next morning I woke up being completely rolled up in that little baby crib. My mom didn't know why, but apparently I wanted to be in touch with something that I trusted, that I was comfortable with, and in my sleep I went sleepwalking and looking for that thing which made me comfortable. Yeah, it's really wicked like that. But back to the collecting stuff. I see something I like, I want to have it. Then I see something I also like, and the problem is it's not necessarily collecting, like I'm obsessed with collecting stuff. I don't buy something I don't need. I don't buy something I don't really like, not anymore. I used to pre-order stuff, but when I got in financial problems, I canceled a lot of those. Everything I didn't need or everything I didn't really want went out. But the problem is, it's not the collecting itself, it's the saying goodbye to things. Because if I keep seeing something nice and something I really want, I need to make room for it. Problem is, I can't. I look at the thing, before I look at it, if I remember the item in my head, I am like, I can miss that. I won't miss it as much as I want this thing. I really want this thing, and that thing can go. Then I go upstairs. What I want to lose, what I want to move out, I get that in my hands, and I feel such a connection to it. It's just a part of me, it's a part of my room, and I can't let it go. That is the problem with the environmental changes in my life. If I were to sell something, I would have to stock it away for at least a month, and live without that thing in my room for at least a month. If I feel comfortable anyways in my room without that thing, then it can go. But I need to have it in my house for a month before I can make a definite decision. So I can show you all, but there's, for example, I collect mangas. I had this one twice, accidentally. My friend ordered along with me and she didn't pay it, so, yeah. So I said to myself, go sell it, but it had been standing in my room for so long, waiting for her to pay for it, that it became part of my room. And even though I have this twice and it's completely in plastic and never read or anything, I can't let go of it. Well, now I did because I moved it out of my room for a month. And now I don't feel as if it is part of my room anymore. So now I can miss it. But back then, I couldn't. It was really hard to put it out of my room even. That has been with all the things I am selling right now, but I really need it because otherwise I am throwing money away and not getting anything back for it. For example, these. I collect these kind of figures. It was really hard to let go of her because I still liked her design, but I didn't like the extra. Some extras she came with I did like, but they have interchangeable faces, so you can have different expressions, and I didn't like the expressions, and I felt she was too pink and too white and a little bit too not too many colors. No, I didn't get really happy, or more happy than I already was when I looked at her. So I thought I am going to sell her. As soon as I get her in my hands, I put her back down. No, no, I can't sell her. This is part of my room. This is mine. I can't get this away. So, along with my mom, I went over my whole figure collection. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 up for sale because my mom said you have to get at least 10 out. You have to get at least 10 of this away. You need to make room for the new stuff. Otherwise, you're not getting it. And I really, really, really desperately wanted the new stuff because I totally love it. So that made me choose 10. That 10 we put out of the room. 2 weeks later, she said choose another 5. So we put 5 out of the room. Then a month after that, so it was 1.5 months after the first, and a month after the other 5. Then she got to me. She put the box with everything in it in front of me. She said, here's the box. There's 15 figures in there. 10 have to go. You can choose 5 to keep. And that's where it got really hard, because with most of these things I didn't feel any more connection, like it was part of me or part of my room. With some I did, and that was with 7 of the figures. With 7 of the figures I really felt a connection with them still. So we put the 8 up for sale. Then the 7 went back in the box. A month later, looking at it again, and I could pick 5 out right away. I could pick 5 out. Even another month later, those 5 went up for sale as well, because as soon as I put them in my room, I still didn't feel a connection. A month later, still in my room, still didn't feel a connection. It was gone. It was completely gone. It didn't feel like part of me anymore, so I sold them. Those 5 are gone now. Now I still have these 10. And it's not that I'm connected to it, they just won't sell. So yeah, that is one thing. But that is a quick explanation to me being obsessed with collecting. Many people call it that. In my case, it's not. I have really a lot of trouble to let things go. I want new stuff. I have money for new stuff. And I can't see myself saying, well, then I won't get the new stuff because I really do want that, and I want that more than the figures I already have. But I also can't. I can get them out. It's a part of me, like I said. It used to be worse. For example, I sometimes eat my garlic bread, and I often ate that in my room when I was working on something. Of course, that was in the weekends, so I wouldn't stink out of my mouth. That's cool all the time. So I ate garlic bread, and I was standing there, and it wasn't really able to close, so the smell of garlic bread would always be in my room. At some point it became so horribly attached to me in my room that I left every package, even if it was empty, I put it everywhere, just so that smell would always be around. Now you can go tell me that it is horrible, that it is filthy, but I didn't know anything better. I couldn't help myself. That's the problem with this whole thing. You can't help yourself. So if you think I'm a hoarder, like I'm collecting everything, I'm completely obsessed with collecting, take a good look at it. Is the collecting, are you really buying everything you see around that subject? For example, those figures I have 10 up for pre-order now, and there have been, in the time that I pre-ordered those 10, there have been hundreds coming out. If I was really upset with collecting, I would put all those hundreds in my basket. But it's the letting go problem. So if you think I'm completely obsessed with collecting, I'm a hoarder, I can't help myself, I need to have all this, and look at it again. Is it really that you buy everything within that certain subject? Or is it just that you can't let go of the things you already have because it feels like it's a part of you? I can also tell you this, I have a bunny plushie. I collect bunny plushies. I have about 50. And I used to have about 100, and I dumped half of it because I never really saw them. They were in this big chest at my room. And at some point I opened it and I picked 50 out, and the others were going. And when I was a baby, I got a bunny plushie, and I left it at my grandparents' house, but I didn't remember. So I was 2 years old when that happened. I had that thing for 2 years. And about 13 years later, when I was 15, I saw it lying there. I grabbed it, and I asked no more. I begged if I could have it back, because I still remembered that was mine, because I felt it was mine. I could just feel it, that it was part of me, it was mine. There. Nothing to say about it. My grandparents said, that's right. In the time of those 13 years, I had collected over 100 bunny plushies, and I totally love bunnies. They're so cute, but that was to search for a replacement for what I had lost. And when I got that bunny back, that certain bunny plushie from when I was a baby, I put it there, grabbed my chest, threw about 50 bunny plushies out, and I kept some others, and I put them on a small table, and I put a pillow on that table, and then I arranged them from big plushies to very small plushies, and then I had a bunny corner. Also, I used to collect rubber duckies, but I got over that now because I at some point had to store them in a drawer, and because I didn't open that drawer for about half a year, I didn't feel like having any more rubber duckies. So when I discovered I did have some, I decided to throw them away as well. We'll sell them more. So it's not hoarding, it's not being obsessed with collecting, it's not being able to take a distance, not being able to let go of anything. And it's the same with the bunny plushie. If you have something that you lost a long time ago and you try to search for a replacement, you will keep trying to find that certain replacement until it has been replaced in your heart, or you have found the original again, and then you will realize that all the other stuff you didn't actually need it. That is one of those annoying points about PDD-NOS. So this was a small talk about collector thingies. I'll see what I do next time, and I hope to see you again then. If you have any questions, you can mail me. The mail is in the description, and I'll try to stay within 15 minutes now, so goodbye.